Shalom. Back at it again, man. The Lord's 57th annual Passover back at the B&H Ranch. It's going down, man. Hey, Shalom, Israel. We're back again in Houston, Texas at the B&H Ranch. It's going down this time for the 57th annual Passover. Let me tell you, man, it's going to be a glorious event, as usual, down in the Wild Wild West. This year, man, we're going to have everything at the ranch, man. The lamb slaughter, General Mahaiman's class, the children party going to be glorious, the black party going to be glorious, and you already know the Passover going to be amazing. And the Feast of Unleavened Bread is going to be here. It's going to be an amazing event. Come out. It's going to be $200 for everybody under 17. Make sure you pay that. You know what? We're really giving it away. You're getting too much for free, pretty much. This is a free Passover almost. $200 ain't nothing. So, man, I'm telling you, come out, support the truth. I.S.U.P.K.com, home of the truth. Hey, man, Passover.
Check. Hey, Shalom. Yahweh Shem Shpatah, Salakia. We're going to start the class here in just one moment. Give us a 144. If you can hear us.
Check.
Yeah.
Y'all give me a 144 if y'all can hear me. Baba Kashah. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shpatah. Good night. It said Yahweh. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shpatah. Thon to my brothers. Yahweh Shemala Thon by Shem Yahweh Shah to my sisters.
Play this promo for you real quick.
Oh, yeah, they been putting the 144s in the chat.
69, we've been teaching the truth of this Bible, man. Hey, Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Shem Shai Baraka. Thumb to all the brothers. Yahweh Shemala Thaba Shem Shai to all the sisters. This is Captain Mashak out here in DC. I.S.U.P.K. Washington, D.C. under Commander John YAHANNA. You know how we do, man. I.S.U.P.K. since 90s Passover. Make it down to the Lord's Passover, April 4th, 2026, Houston, Texas. In fact, a week, man, from the 1st to the 5th. Get down there right at the beginning of that week. Make it an entire week long. This is a personal invitation. You'll come on down. And guess what? It's an all-inclusive fee, just $200. Only $200 for every adult 17 years and over, right? And don't tell me y'all can't afford it. Y'all drop $250 on them ugly-ass Gamma Jordans y'all was lining up trying to kill each other for. This is $200 for the whole week, man. Come on down there. Wear them Jordans too, man. Come show me how nice them shoes was. but pay that $200, come on down. It's an all-inclusive thing, man. It's going to cover your lamb slaughter. It's going to cover the food. It's going to cover the kids party, the classes, scripture breakdown, your all-black party. It's going to cover all of that, and Passover, the lamb, the bread, the wine, everything, unleavened bread. All you had to do is pay for your travel to there and your lodging. But after that, everything is included, man. It's an entire week-long event. You're going to be secure. You're going to have top-level security. You don't know how the UPK does, man. The Passover is extremely important because we're going to remember, like the Lord say, what he did for us in Egypt, man. We're going to remember what he did, where he destroyed our oppressor, slaughtered the firstborn for what they did to us. We come together and honor his Passover, his 57th annual under the I.S.U.P.K, because right now we need somebody to step to this oppressor, this bastard who is over us right now. He needs to get Egypt 4 times over. Right, make it down to that Passover, man. Personal invitation from Captain Mashaki. Y'all come on down, meet all the generals, all the captains, the brothers, the sisters, bring the kids, everybody out, man. It's going to be a time. This is your culture. This is your heritage, man. Forget 4th of July, forget your Christmas, forget your birthdays, all of that, man. Come honor the Lord's Passover, man. 57th annual Passover, April 4th, Houston, Texas. Make sure you're there, man. Shalom.
You ready?
Oh, there you go. Hey, what's going on, my Lord? Hey, Shalom, y'all, Shabbat, my brothers. Y'all, shout out my sisters. And with that,
You ready, Rock?
you ready, Ottawa? Oh, okay. Almost. Let's clap it up for the class there, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shalom, y'all, Shabbat, my brothers. Y'all, y'all, shout out my sisters. With the I.S.U.P.K. With the I.S.U.P.K, start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, operating under the leadership of Commander General YAHANNA. We're not affiliated with no other Israelite group, Muslim mosque, Christian church, whatever you have it out there. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, man, you already know it's Tuesday night. You understand? Scripture breakdown / brotherhood class. If y'all got any questions, go ahead and put it in the chat. You understand? Darren, y'all can hear us. Tawal.
Kanawa Khan, sir, we hear you loud and clear. Congratulations, my brother.
Hey, most high Christ. The water.
Do your thing, my brother.
Most high Christ. Look different from up here.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But you look like you belong there, brother. That's the
Most high
point.
Christ. That's what I'm talking about. I learned from the men above me, man.
That's right. That's what we doing here. All right.
Right. You understand?
Right,
if we ain't got no questions, right? In the spirit of brotherhood.
Not yet.
Okay, in the spirit of brotherhood, right? You understand? Which is so heavy and so tried and true, especially in the I.S.U.P.K, man. You understand? We go over these scriptures teaching the truth according to the Bible, right? You understand? Well, let's get Zephaniah 2:1. Let's start with a bedrock scripture. You understand what I'm saying? Because one thing we got to know and understand, right? You understand? This school has been established since 1969 under Commander General YAHANNA. And Commander General YAHANNA sent out a decree that all groups, everybody come together. You understand? But because of the division and because of the pride that our people have, you understand, they couldn't put their pride to the side and come talk and sit down with their brothers. You understand what I'm saying? Right. And that's the problem with us as Israel. You understand? Like the scripture said, pride goeth before destruction. You understand? And this is the problem. If we don't come together as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we're going to be destroyed. You understand? Like it said in the book of Judith, you understand? When he went to his Lord and said, yo, if they serve the Most High, we can't do nothing with them. You understand? But if they don't, we're going to take them down, man. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody get that for me if you kill Bible Kashah.
The book of Zephaniah.
Come. Ate the water, sis. Most high in Christ. Y'all got any questions? Put them in the group chat, man. You know what I'm saying? We get them now. If not, then the Lord willing, we'll get them when Captain Nayathaq get here. Captain of 13,000. You understand? So like.
And right, it's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1.
Right.
Gather yourselves together.
Do what?
Gather yourselves together.
Now, Christians would think this is saying, see, we gather together under the, when we get together in church, we gather together when we have choir practice or choir rehearsal. You ready that one? Oh, with that, I'm going to pass the class on the priest and officer 5,000. I was saying, Olive, security now. Good night.
Oh, sheesh. Shalom. Check. We good? You said y'all can hear us clear, right?
And Durham, we hear you loud and clear, sir.
Okay. We already sent the rest of the I.S.U.P.K class instruction. Did the other one go out to the brothers for the quad bar? I think I sent it to them. So when they get a chance to get in, we just let them in, okay?
Come.
All right. All right, clap it up. What up, Kodon? Shalom, Yahweh by Shemya Shabbat to the Akim, Yahweh Shema Alatham by Hashim Yahshai, to the sisters, Akwati, and the priest and officer of 5,000 Zion Yala. I'll be holding down the class until Captain of 13,000, Captain Nayathaq by Yumyan comes in true I.S.U.P.K fashion. This is the scriptural breakdown class, the brotherhood class, the mandatory class for North Carolina, right? If you're in North Carolina, this is your mandatory class. You know, understand? So weekly we have, the Monday history class, Tuesday brotherhood class, and we deem today under Commander Junior Hunter, Captain Nayathaq, tonight is the biblical mandatory class for North Carolina. If you're in North Carolina, South Carolina, this is where you're supposed to be. You understand? And you should have a Bible in your hand, or you can have your Bible app. You understand? Have something to take notes with. Hope you have something to take your note with. Babylon and Timbuktu in your Zondervan Pretoria dictionary. You understand? Right. These things are just beginnings of learning what class is. If you go to any school of art, a school of learning, they're going to be specific requirements that you need to do a job, right? If you plan on graduating any type of education, high level learning, they're going to be a specific format that you have to follow. Well, in I.S.U.P.K, there is no different. You understand? Brothers in this school and sisters in this school go and learn what is required for them to be, thus says the Lord. You understand? So you can talk about let's say a heart surgeon, say a basic mechanic, right? These are things that are basic necessity or basic principles to achieving a goal. So we talking about waking up the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indians. How can we properly do it if we don't have the tools? The Christian church is not properly equipped to do the job. They're not, because if they was, then a lot of atrocities and shortcomings that we faced as a nation of people would not be happening. You understand? There's a church on every corner in the hood. Just so happens the people that go to the church, they learn nothing. We go in, and I was once one of those people too. I would go to that church year in, year out, every first and third Sunday, and not learn a damn thing. I learned the Easter speech, bunk, y'all. This is the door. This is the steeple. Open the door and see all the people. That was the Christians. That was the Easter speech, right? And everybody would sit there and clap for you, and not tell you what is required of you to serve God. You understand? Coming up in the Christian church, you're thinking about shouting and how much you can hug and cry on one another, how loud you can sing a song, can you lead a choir? Nobody ever said that's a requirement of you change your life. You looked at the 10 Commandments, you were basically blown away by the tablets and the stone. That the furthest we ever got. We would say prayers like the father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but never really truly understood the meaning. In I.S.U.P.K, we break this Bible down so our people can understand that we have something to live for, man. Have something to live for. Instead of dying for paper money, for dying trying to have this oppressive view us in a likely manner so we can receive some type of favor from this dirty bastard. You understand? So many political leaders that have come and gone and said we should join with his empire, only to come to find out they've sold their souls just so they can be a part of this empire. And when we talk about things like that, you think about what's his name? Jesse Jackson. Messy Jesse. The Lord, you know what I'm saying, make you know what I'm saying, make the brother, his family find peace. However, when we talk about the history of Jesse Jackson, Martin Luther King, several other civil rights leaders, what did they give up? What did they give up? They gave up their honor to be a part of his empire. They gave up something that we tell our brothers to never turn over to the oppressor. We gave over the idea of being separate and being better than everybody else. And that's Black history in this empire. They give us this month, and we just really talk about so many things that we've given over to this people, man. That's right. Given over to, we've given over everything to a bunch, y'all. We get nothing in return. Right. Nothing in return, okay? And we become we're still the laughing stock of the entire world. You understand? So what was that? Zephaniah 2:1. Could you read it for me, Baba Kashaw? Mm-hmm.
Check. This the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1.
Salaki, can everybody hear Kodam?
Khan.
Okay, go ahead, Kodam.
Come on. Gather yourselves together.
Go ahead.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
What does it mean to gather together? What does it mean to actually, what is the spirit of gathering together, Baba Kashaw? Come on.
In the spirit of brotherhood, we gathering together to, in many reasons to help one another, looking out for one another. You understand? I mean, even when you think about our holy days and feast days, we're gathering together under the name of the Lord to commemorate the things that the Most High told us to do. So,
you right, Kodon. How about gathering together so we can protect one another? Right? There is a certain level of strength that you have when we are together. You understand? Gathering together allows us to see that when the man of great sin begins to approach us, we can recognize the danger that is approaching. You understand what I'm saying? In this empire, our people are suffering because of Christianity, our leaders, and the oppressor, because we don't see him for what he is. In the I.S.U.P.K, we teach our brothers to be together. So that way, when we see the atrocities that we face as nation of people, I can look at Bunky, y'all, Kodam, and say, brother, you see what's going on over there? You know what they're going to say? Yeah, nigga, I see what's going on over there. But when you by yourself in this empire in Christianity, instead of you recognizing the evil that is approaching, you won't see it because you're alone. And then you have Christianity on your brain that tells you you have to love, even when you're in danger. That's not the truth of this Bible. The truth of this Bible says we should do what, Kodon?
Gather yourselves together.
Go ahead.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Right. So we're talking about us gathering together so we can see the danger that is approaching, right? And we are able to see this thing, Bunky, y'all, because we recognize that me, Kodam, or Bunky, y'all, shit, ain't neither one of us desire. It's easy to see it. But when you have the Christianity on your brain, you think you can join with everybody. When you have Christianity on your brain, you can play with little boys' butts on TV like Michael Jordan, playing grab ass, if I may. That's Christianity, you understand? Knowing the truth of how we should interact with one another is knowing that we should be together, not separate, because we are a nation that is not desired. What are some indicators that we see from day to day that allows us to understand that we're not desired? Anybody? I want to know some of those indicators that we see from day to day, because they say we together, right, Bunk, y'all? If I say I see the same thing that you see, then I should also see the indicators that are all around us each and every day. What are some of those indicators that we recognize from day to day to say that we are the nation that is not this? Come on, Yanazar.
So I would say like the whole situation with ICE and the fallout thereof. Because with ICE, we're seeing that the Hispanics on the forefront of the hatred that they're perpetrating, and at the same time, they increase the campaign to turn blacks and Hispanics against one another at the same time. So I think that would be a good indicator of today, the water.
Now, I'm going to challenge everybody, the water, Yanazar, for breaking that down. But we're able to see and talk about these things because we are together. But how do you tell somebody who's not in this truth? How do you teach them that we are the nation that is not desired. How do you do that? What you gave was something that the brothers and sisters that come in these classes, we able to see because we are what? Gathered together. But how do you do it? How do you say it to somebody who's out there in a loner? They just out there floating in the world, Yanazar. They don't understand nothing about the truth. They came across our YouTube channel and they're completely confused about, damn, what they call themselves, the Judah, tribe of Judah? They wearing a shield of David. What is the Magun Dawa? Our people are completely confused. So what is it? Come on, come on.
If I may, sir, like,
is there anybody else that would like to give an answer? Anybody else? You come off mute.
If I may, sir.
Come on, brother.
Okay, so in I.S.U.P.K, we came into these classes to learn the truth.
Mm-hmm.
We came down, we sat down, we listened. And as the Bible teaches us, there's no other way for our people to come into this truth but to come into the I.S.U.P.K, sit down and learn the truth. Man. But first you have to have the desire or the will to want to know the truth. You have to bring that with you. So that's the only way that our people are going to get the truth, is to seek it and to sit down and listen and hear it and accept it.
Right. We have to be able to hear it, right? We got to be able to hear it. But what happens in the process of us hearing the things that are happening to us from day in and day out? Because our people see it. Turn me up just a little bit, Monkey, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Our people throw the water. Our people are able to see it, but we're not putting it together. You can't tell me that Black, Hispanic, Native Indians, then we look at the news. That's the grandmother, grandfather, somewhere, aunt and uncle looking at the news, and they seeing the atrocities that we face across this land. And they're not moved by what they see. They stuck in place. What is that? And why are we stuck in place? Why?
Salakia, sir.
Come on with it.
Because of Christianity, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Most
Christianity has taught us to be afraid, Akim. Christianity has taught us to pray and turn the other cheek, to not identify when danger is right in front of you, when it's right present in front of you. To understand that you're in danger is also recognize that we are the nation that is not desired.
That's right.
If you don't understand and see the danger that we're in as a nation of people through the castration of our communities and the abortion clinics and all the alcoholism and the drug abuse and the essaying and the hatred that we learn from following the oppressor in this empire, then we won't understand the danger that we're in. Not understanding the danger that we're in, you won't understand that we are the nation that is not desired. You walk into your slavery, into your job. You're the only Black person in there, the only Latino in there. You walk into the break room and everybody walks out. Because we don't understand what that is, you would think, oh, everybody else was just in a rush. You would completely miss it. You'd be like, well, I guess they thought I was going to take the last donut. You will try to force ourselves into a situation, not realizing that we are the nation that is not desired. Because in the past, they would tell us that we only pulled ourselves up by the bootstraps. That was a way of lying to ourselves that, nah, man, just, maybe I just need to work harder. Maybe I need more education. Maybe we need more discipline. We try to convince ourselves that we are the ones that are wrong and everybody else is right. That's Christianity. You understand what I'm saying? That's oppression. When you walk into a room and you make yourself, or people tell you, you need to be 10 times better than everybody else. But only to realize, shit, what's his name? George Bush said, if you fool me once, I can't give food. He don't eat. I can't get food. Wasn't blood. When we realize that they're idiots that is running this empire, and they've got it through torture, murder, and thievery. They haven't done anything special. But we're raised with the mindset is you need to be 10,000 times better. Huh? You need to read like you're in a Sprite commercial. That's oppression, Akim. When we go to school and we got what do you get hand-me-down books. That book at least 10 years old, Bunky, y'all. Huh? When you recognize that's the Lord allowing you to see that we are the nation that is not desired. Then you should have a fire lit under your ass to find the closest school in I.S.U.P.K to get in and learn the truth of this Bible. But our people, I was the same way. You will not see it if you think you can have some type of camaraderie with this empire. This place will chew you up and spit you out. Integration is definitely not. Even Martin Luther King said it. Martin Luther King said, I feared I would just send my people into a burning house. Why did he say my people? Is that something? What is that? Why would he say my people, Bunk, y'all, Kodon? Because he realized that we and his people, or whatever the time he thought he was doing, that we were the people that were not desired, man. We are the people that's not desired. So that's why we have to gather together. Come on with it, huh?
So, like I said, could I offer a scripture?
Hold tight. Come on with it. Read it. Go ahead.
Okay, this is Micah 2:10.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, Salaki. Let everybody get there. Y'all should be writing these scriptures down so you can go back and study and read them on your own. This is not
Micah.
This is not the Christian church, Akim. Come on.
This is Micah chapter 2 and verse 10.
Go ahead.
Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
Mm-hmm. So read it again for me, Yanazar.
Come on, God, sir. Arise ye and depart.
Arise ye. What are we talking about? Arise ye and depart. Are we talking about leaving this empire?
It means to wake up, man. Stand up and wake up.
Wake up. To wake up and see we are the nation. We are the family that is not desired in this empire. We're not desired. Do you see the actions that are taking place on every corner of our existence in this empire? We try to assimilate, we shrink ourselves just to fit in. You laugh a little harder when your white counterparts tell a joke. You smile a little longer. You don't want to feel like threatening. You a threat. Am I using that word right, bud? Yeah. You don't even want to seem like a threat. You want to calm your voice down. So now you walk in a place looking like Carlton Banks with your polo and your plaid shorts on, hating your image, hating yourself, hating your hair. But when you arise and you depart, you get out of those scary ways that the Christian church teaches you. That's right. Come on with it, Bunk, yo.
So, like, if I may, and this makes perfect sense when our oppressor is telling us that being woke is a bad thing.
Yeah.
They say that being woke, it refers to being actively aware and attentive to important societal facts and issues. They don't want you to pay attention to how they're oppressing you. And the Bible is telling you to wake the hell up, man.
Yeah.
Salaki.
And see, these are the lessons that are not taught in the Christian church. So oftentimes we get paralyzed looking for answers as to why. Why us? Why do we have to face such torture? Why us, Lord? You come into this truth and you just be like, man, why we got to go through so much, man? Why we got to deal with so much hurt, pain, and anguish? Mm-hmm. What's wrong with why we got to treat each other the way we treat each other? Because the Christian church has destroyed us, man.
That's right.
The oppressor in his ways has let us know we are the nation that is not desired. So therefore, we have to do what, Yonazar? Arise. That's right. And what? Depart. Go ahead.
Arise and depart.
Go ahead.
For this is not your rest.
What does this Christian church teach you to do? Christian church teaches you to lay down and rest. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Where do they get this stuff from? They turn everybody into effeminate. They turn the brothers into mashed potatoes and turn the women into iron clawed fists. It's upside down. Brothers go in the Christian church and you turn into a tambourine player overnight.
Salaki, sir.
Come on with it, Yonazar.
So like you're saying, sir, what you're saying is very heavy, because the Christian church wants us to rest here and take comfort and have confidence in this system, man. Yes. They want us to hide in this system and be part of it, which is opposite of what the Bible is telling us what to do.
And they also, you know what else they do? They cover up all the ill and wicked things that goes on in the earth, man. That's why so many of us are surprised about the Epstein files and all the things that are coming about our entertainers. Oh my, you Puffy did what? Nah, baby oil, 10,000 bottles of baby oil. What would he do with all that baby oil? The same thing they've been doing in them videos. They've been doing it for years right in front of our face. But because of Christianity, we was taught like, oh man, that's nothing, man. It's just boys being boys. There's no correction that is taking place. That's why we have to arise and depart. We gotta change our ways in this empire. The ways that we used to choose, we chose voting. Voting didn't work. We chose joining the police department. That didn't work. We chose going to their schools, PWIs. That didn't work. Higher level education. That didn't work. Right. Now, I'm not against anybody that wants to read a few books to begin to be smarter. Go ahead and knock yourself out. But don't sell your soul. Don't be a sellout and forget about your people. You understand?
That's right.
That we have to gather together for you to understand that we are the nation that is not desired. I was talking to this brother earlier, a couple of days ago. He was like, man, what happened to our people, man? What happened to us? I said, man, it's easy. We stopped talking to one another. Now, this is an older brother. He's in his 60s. I told him, I said, man, I'm never going to have a chance to see what you saw at 60 years old. I'm never going to have that chance. But it shouldn't stop you from talking about it. We should be able to sit down and you should be able to tell me about it. Remember the ways of I can learn from you telling me, and I recognize that there's something to be gained in communication. I can't see life through your lens, but you can tell me who the wicked was that used to yell at your grandmother and beat her across the back of her neck when she done something wrong. We not that far removed from slavery, you understand? Some of us have grandmothers and great-grand that are still alive in their 90s, right? 97, 98, and still in their good mind. Ask them about the white man. Grandma, you can tell me about the white man? Oh, yeah, I can tell you about the devil. That what grandma gonna say. She recognized that she was a nation that didn't belong. She knew that she was different. We all knew it. Somehow we thought we was at rest, young Nazar. Somehow we thought that we made it. We made it. Free at last, great God Almighty.
It's Salaki, sir. If I could say one more thing.
I want you to finish reading the scripture. Go ahead.
Con, sir.
Uh-huh.
This is not your rest because it is polluted.
Hold tight, Salaki. And with that, I'm going to turn the class over to Captain of 13,000, Captain Nayathaq Ben Yummy. Y'all clap it up. Shalom, Yahweh, about you, Cap.
Yeah, Shalom, yeah, Shema. How y'all doing? Brother, tonight, hold on. When I take this, continue on thing. I'm going to take this quick.
Come on, Salaki, go ahead and finish reading that verse, Yonazar.
Khan. But this is not your rest, Salaki. Hold on just a second. Because it is polluted.
It's what?
Polluted.
So you think he want to join with his empire is what?
Polluted.
This is the same place that hid all them damn Epstein files. It's what?
Polluted.
You know,
Chill
that
out.
was an island that they used to take these children to, and they didn't want anybody to know about it. It's what?
Polluted.
Okay. I'm just making
Right.
sure.
Shalom.
Go ahead, Cat. Salaki.
Shalom says, man, you on point. You see how polluted this place is. Like you all ready? Man, trust me. Black people, Hispanic people are the best people on the planet Earth.
No
Remember, I
doubt.
tell you that. And remember that vacuum. I mean, remember when Satan come and try to picture against your people, you're the best. And there's a ton of witchcraft, a ton of psychological warfare that is taking place on this earth. Brother, we are too, how to put it, we're too genuine to pick up on what they're actually trying to do us.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Sorry, sir. But, you know, today, okay, what you're saying is heavy because to pit us against our people is very important for us to understand, right? Of course. But also, at the same time, to try to join us with them and with the other nations is just as destructive to our people. And that's what, even today, with Jesse Jackson passing away, that's what they're trying to do. They're still trying to join us in with them, even though these people hate us.
You're right. You're right, Yanisa. You're right with that, because you know what I mean. Jesse Jackson, the amount of destruction Jesse Jackson done did. That brother, is Karab. What's your brother that passed away name?
Karab.
Karab, right?
5,000 Karab, sir.
Right. Officer 5,000 Karab. He did more than Jesse Jackson. Now. You understand? He did way more than Jesse Jackson. You know what I mean? And Lord will, you know what I mean? One day the earth is going to cry for you prophets. You know what I mean? Cry that you're not, you know what I mean? You're not near a city where they are. You understand? Because these people that are put up as our leaders, you know what I mean, done waste their entire lifetime trying to join us to the oppressor. You understand? And I'm gonna show you something. And I'll show you something here. You know what I mean? I don't know if you have any questions, or I could jump right into it. You know what I mean? Any questions, just come to you, I'll just stop me. All right, but let's jump straight into it here. Now, what you all know about the what they call him? The Dalai Lama. You know anything about Dalai Lama?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
He's like a what they call an avatar. He's like the reincarnation of the Godhead of their religion.
Look him up. I think Yanata again to it.
Hold on.
Yanata is on it, because they look at him as a you know what I mean, one of them holy figure nigh on to the Pope for his religion or spiritual walk.
Okay.
They look at him. You understand? Somebody look up the Dalai Lama for me.
All right, the water, my y'all.
No, but Yanata, you on it.
Yes, sir. And like it's really a philosophy more than a religion. They've made it into a religion, but it's really philosophical. And he's supposed to be like the most righteous man under that doctrine. And according to the tradition, he's reborn. Or he I guess I'm just going to leave it at that word. He's reborn in different every generation.
Yes, more like
they have a ceremony also that determines his rebirth back into the earth.
Anybody look it up?
So, like I said, for me,
go ahead.
Isn't he infamous for well, I guess he got the picture on the screen, but doing this disgusting thing with the little boy?
It's not on there yet.
Yes, he is. I remember what General was saying about him back then on when he did that. You understand? that this is some, you know what I mean, homosexual, you know what I mean, stuff was going on there. All right.
So like
Now,
sir.
come on. Yeah, that's it. And he was sticking his tongue out and telling the boy to do what? To suck it. Nastiness. Come on.
So like it's a guy who got a podcast, and he had a guest on there that said he spent 10 days with the Dalai Lama. And the first day they took him in the suite to figure out where they were going to film everything at.
Hold up.
Oh,
Hold up. Baz. Hold
okay,
up.
so like,
Don't bring it all the way out, Baz. You understand?
so,
Bring it all the way out.
so like, I didn't know you saw that.
I trying to creep them into. I trying to have somebody look up who the Dalai Lama is. Ola Baz, you're gonna get these brothers. You know what I mean? They're gonna be like, yo, what you saying? They're gonna believe you, Baz. We'll look up the Dalai Lama.
The one I got the definition.
Go ahead.
The Dalai Lama is the spiritual head of Tibetan Buddhism until the establishment of Chinese communist rule, the spiritual and temporal ruler of Tibet.
Yep. Now let's get to it before Baz can't hold it back. But yeah, Baz, you're right.
So like I said, we got one question in the chat, sir.
Come on.
Okay, this is from Officer Mahayar.
Mm-hmm.
It says, Shalom, sir. It says, can I get a breakdown on Jeremiah 49, 21, 22? Specifically, does the Red Sea have meaning? 22 is the pangs of a woman cramping. That's Jeremiah.
Read it for me.
That's Jeremiah 49 and 21. Shalaka, sir. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 21.
Hold on, let me get with you, Giannis. Jeremiah is here, right?
Come on, sir.
Jeremiah 40 what?
49, sir. 49, 21, and 22.
Okay.
And specifically, the question asked is, it just went up. It's it's asking in verse 22 about the Red Sea have meaning.
Come on.
Is the pangs a woman cramping?
Come on.
Okay. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 21. The earth is moved at the noise of their fall. At the cry, the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. So he's saying, he's asking, what is the Red Sea, the significance of the Red Sea in that verse?
Okay, read on. Give me a little more.
Verse 22. Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle and spread his wings over Basra. And at that day shall the heart of the men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pangs.
Okay. Okay. It's not okay. Think about it this way, right? Remember what happened with the Red Sea, right? What happened in the Red Sea?
The Egyptians were destroyed.
Yeah. Okay. So now, okay, we're not picturing it in our heads how it was, but you can imagine you riding on a horse and water on either side of you, right? And then that water started come down on you. What do you think going to be happening? What's going to be taking place?
Panic and fear.
Give me a little more.
Death and destruction.
Okay, in other words, those men on them horses going to scream like bitches are. They'll be screaming. They'll be blah, 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 and that, you know what I mean? It'll be yells. You understand?
So like it, sir.
Go on. Come on.
So there's a scripture also, I can't remember the exact verse, where it talks about how they're going to lose heart. You know, at some point when Christ returns, they're going to lose heart. Like, is this going along with what this is saying right there? Is this kind of
it's somewhat along that path, but it's more so painting a picture of how painful the destruction is going to be. Like the Esau ain't gonna just be like, well, you know, like he gonna just have to put down his weapons and then, you know what I mean? No, this is gonna be very, very painful for him. The type of destruction that's gonna come his way. Remember to say what it's going it's going to burn out your tongue from your head. You understand? Which means what? That's a lot of pain. You just light a matches and put it to your thumb for for a few seconds, and you're gonna be in some pain. So you can imagine that heat that's gonna burn your tongue out your mouth.
Right.
Your head. It's gonna be real bad for them on that day. You understand? And this is just explaining how bad the destruction that was going to be. I don't know who this was for. I think it's Edom. You know what I mean? Some
sir.
with Edom, and then with the woman pangs is almost as if a woman that's making a child. You understand? That baby, to bring forth that baby without that epidural act, some of these women will be like, one is too much.
Right.
You want what? 2, 3? Oh hell no. You understand? Without that, because it's so much pain to bring a child into this world. Right. You understand? Well, the Lord is saying that's the pain that's going to take these people out of their seat. You understand? That's how painful it's going to be for them. You can imagine Donald Trump giving up that seat. Don't imagine Netanyahu giving up his seat. Oh man, it's going to be painful for them. It's going to be real painful for them. All right, but so it's not so much a woman to deal with the woman. I believe Monthly is talking about, but this is more so talking about the pain that's going to come with the destruction, the same pain that they had when they was in that Red Sea, and that sea was closing in on them. You can imagine the yells that was coming from them Egyptians. You understand? When there was no hope, nothing, it's done.
So like it, sir.
Come on.
Mahaya said, "The water, my Lord."
All right. Now let's get back to the Dalai Lama, the spiritual leader. You understand? You think you think you in a cult. You know what I mean? How are we saying it in a negative way? Come on.
Is the monks that was marching through North Carolina, they from that same sect?
You know what? I'm not too sure. But they dress almost the same way. So they might, they're monks nonetheless. You understand?
Sir.
Come on.
Yes, they are from the same sect. They were from the same sect.
Well, somebody would have had a where is what's his name? Ayah gonna have to ask them this question the next time if you get a chance to ask them. All right. Let me get to it. How do I get to it? Hold on. All right. Hit the play button.
And so I noticed that
you can hear it.
Toilet bowl filled with bright orange, yellow.
Yeah, turn it up a little bit, Cap, if you could, Bob. Sure.
So enlightened, that he's childlike, and that was just one child to another playing around. But I have spent time with the Dalai Lama personally. I spent 10 days with him, day and night, filming a project in 2008. And at this time, I was exploring all the different world religions, and Tibetan Buddhism was one of my favorites. So there's a lot of principles that I still follow today. Mindfulness is a really great practice. Meditation is a great practice. But I will tell you what really turned me off here is we were going in to look for a location to do an interview with the Dalai Lama. So they had us in his suite. And so I noticed the toilet bowl was filled with bright orange, yellow urine, and I went to flush it as we were doing this walkthrough, and one of his aides said, no. I said, oh, I'm sorry. And he said, his disciples will come and drink that.
You got to be kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. And I said, I'm sorry. Wait. I'm sorry.
You all hear that? Hold on. I'm hearing you.
We can hear it, sir.
What is this? What did say his disciples was drinking?
Salaki, sir. Dalai Lama piss.
Yeah. Joy juice. The Dalai Lama joy juice, boy. Kool-Aid. You understand? Bright, the man said what? Bright orange, which means the Dalai Lama need to drink some more water. Yeah. All this Tibetan, this, that, you know what I mean? Can you imagine eating asparagus? I mean, all the greens.
But I will tell you what really turned me off here is we were going in to look for a location to do an interview with the Dalai Lama. So they had us in his suite. And so I noticed the toilet bowl was filled with bright orange, yellow urine, and I went to flush it as we were doing this walkthrough, and one of his aides said, no. I said, oh, I'm sorry. And he said, his disciples will come and drink that.
You got to be kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. And I said, I'm sorry. Wait. I'm sorry. They're going to drink out of the toilet? Oh, yeah. They said, why? They said, well, they feel that it will give them enlightenment. It will give them, some of the properties that have made His Holiness so amazing. So they come in here as soon as we allow them to, and they'll drink out of the toilet.
And
yeah.
So like I said, it just reminded me of something back in the 80s, right? Back in the 80s and 90s, there was like this little group in Harlem, New York, right? And they was promoting this drinking urine. You know, they were promoting it. And it came from these same Dalai Lamas. This was the advent of the Hare Krishnas and all of this. And one of their things that they were saying was that if you drink urine, it would help purify you. I remember that.
Brother, how in the hell?
Yeah, I don't know.
You telling me you're drinking this, 80-something, 90-something-year-old man, orange, yellow urine for enlightenment? Brother, I don't know what they're smoking up in them mountains of Tibet. But boy, they need a hygienist up there quick. You understand? And now these same people, come on.
And they drinking it out of the toilet too. So it all kind of feces, remnants, and chiclets in there and all that, sir.
Brother, man, they better not look down on black people. They better not. You understand? Because I treating all these Asians as drinking pee now. Every last one of them. You understand? Because they eating dog, they eating cat, they eating monkey brain. You understand? The pangolin. Nothing safe around them. Not mere urine. Brother, come on. And they want to look down on black people, Hispanics, and First Nation people. That is ridiculous. You understand? Let me see if you have a little more to this.
And so did you just kind of like brush it off and keep going, or did it kind of shake you?
It kind of put a damper on the trip, I'll just say, because it went from, oh, he's just this beautiful, loving thing to like, this is okay. I understand. Like worked with a lot of indigenous cultures, a lot of cultures around the world, and everyone has different traditions. And so they have their own justification for that. And maybe it's not as dark as it sounds to us Westerners, possibly. But when he then started to come out and get involved in things like COVID, he pushed hard with the COVID vaccines.
The Dalai Lama did?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
So the people have said he's compromised by the CIA, and we know CIA was a big driving force behind COVID because it came from DARPA, it came from the military-industrial complex is where it came from. And so go ahead. I'm sorry. So it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder. I don't like to pass judgment too quickly on people. But that's when
brother. Yeah, Tony Lord, you're in the truth. Tony Lord, you're black. Yeah. I mean, you're Israelite. Because these people are just full out disgusting. You understand? And the only reason why this come up, why do you think this came up? Why do you think this just come up?
Salak is there.
Mm-hmm.
Because he on the Epstein file.
Yeah, he in the Epstein file too. You understand? He in the Epstein file too. And the thing about it is, apparently, come on.
Apparently, he been to the island hundreds of times.
Yeah. So now you understand with the sucking the little boy, telling the little boy to suck his tongue. Now you know it ain't far-fetched for him to be in the file. You understand? And then once you compromise like that, Ark, you are now give me where it talks about sin knocking at your door. I think that's Genesis.
Salakia.
Come on.
I was gonna say, all of them evil. I think there was a story that was circulating that when those Buddhist monks came through North Carolina, they said that 2 of them went missing, and then when they went looking for them and found them, they said that it was at a local strip club.
Oh, and that's what you had to really look at too. That's when most of the times too with these other nations and their belief. It's so there's some loophole in there which allows them to behave like that. Because if you drinking a man piss, then for sure you could look at a naked woman. Or right. I don't know if it was a naked woman, could have been a male strip club. You understand? Like they don't have no rules when it comes to hygiene. You understand? Or sex. I don't know.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
I'm just asking the question, sir. Do you think like the appearance of these monks, right, and this march that they did, is this like them trying to get a little piece of the pie to come in and join in, with the rest of the heathen? Like,
oh, okay, it's not so much for them to come in and get a piece of the pie with the heathen, but it's what the Lord spoke of when He tell you to go in the closet. They doing this for men to see like they humble. You know what I mean? When Asian, you drinking out a toilet bowl. You got urine on your breath. Ain't no eggs, scrambled eggs, and you got urine, the Dalai Lama urine on your breath.
Right.
Brother,
lucky, sir.
Come on. You found it? Oh, he dropped out. Somebody give me the one in Genesis. Line at the door. Come on.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 4 and verse 7.
Come on.
If thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted?
Skip one verse above it.
Okay.
Salakia, sir. I never hear when you say for go feed. Salakia.
Yeah, listen.
Book of Genesis, chapter 4 and verse 6. And the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen?
Right. And that's, So this is when Cain killed Abel. All right?
What kind?
or just before he did it, right? He's like, why are your countenance fallen? Why? Read on.
Verse 7. If thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted?
Right? If you do well, then you're gonna be. If you do what the Lord said to do, then guess what? You're not to worry about.
Right.
Does that mean you ain't gonna have bills? Yeah, you're gonna have bills, but you know that you have brothers to help you. You don't have to worry about all that. You understand? You know you have a family that's gonna help you. You understand? That's willing to help you. Read on. But
Come on, sir. If thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
And if you don't do well, what? Sin is lying where?
At the door.
At the door. That's these brothers and sisters who done being compromised by the so-called oppressor. You understand? It's right, the sin right outside your door. You want to get rich, you want to get wealthy, you want generational wealth. Well, what you willing to do for it? You want to go on the island with Epstein? Because that's what they're doing. These rich men are, you know what I mean? They find a way. It's almost as if they like being evil like this is a way to that bring them together. You understand? Like build a bond. Like, you know how you go to the streets and, you know what I mean, and teach and try to wake brothers up, and you building a bond doing it with each other. Well, them abusing children, abusing women, you know what I mean, abusing animals, you know what I mean, brings them together. You understand? It brings them together. Now, you want to be part of that vomit? You want to be part of that? Read on.
Come on, sir. And unto thee shall be his desire.
And unto who's the D?
D is the person.
Who's the person?
Salaki, sir.
The D is
come on. Hold on.
The D
The
is
man,
Cain.
the husband, the man.
The man. So let me paint the picture for you, right? If and this comes with addiction, right? You know what I mean? And you brothers and sisters out there who, you know what I mean, who have some type of addiction, right? You know, the school, Israelite School Universe practical knowledge, you know what I mean, will help you get off of that. You just have to be willing to get off of it and willing to take the proper counsel and follow through on it. You understand? Now, think about somebody who smoking cigarette or weed, marijuana, right? Now, when you try to tell them, you try to talk to them about the behavior. What do they say about trying to stop? What do they say? What do they say about it?
Salakia,
sir.
Go ahead. Hold on, Kwaba. Go ahead.
Most of the time, they make excuses of
like what? What type of excuses they give?
I can't
trying.
I can't.
Salakia, sir, if I may.
Yeah. Look, Salakia, they say that it's not in the Bible.
Well, yeah, I'll take that. Come on, Yaniza.
Salakia, sir, they say I can quit anytime I want.
Right, but the next day or the next minute, they pull the cigarette out and light it. So who is in control? You or the addiction?
The addiction, sir.
So he is in control. He is the one that's doing it. You understand? Read it one more time.
And unto thee shall be his desire.
So his desire is unto thee shall be what?
His desire.
His desire. You understand? Like now, guess what? The cigarette controlling you. He's in control. The marijuana is in control because guess what? You picking it up, knowing I have to stop. I have to stop. And then when you finish, guess what happened? You're angry with yourself. And then the cycle starts again and again until you get the proper help necessary to wean you off it, to get you off it. You understand? Like what we don't want to do is be compromised in that we are. In no way you should be compromised.
Right.
You understand? In no way you should be like that. No way whatsoever. You understand? But brother, you mean that's why we say what? Life is about what?
War.
And in wars, you're gonna have to fight. And you're gonna see here, I'm gonna play another video for you too, to show you that it's that they full out at war with us. But we don't even know we at war. That's the problem. Black people have no clue. Hispanics and Native Indians, well, the Hispanics have a clue that right now, you know what I mean, the oppressor, he at war with them. You understand? But blacks, you know what I mean? Like we think, you know what I mean, it ain't gonna be us until it come on your door, start knocking on your door. You understand? When we shouldn't wait. We shouldn't have to wait around for that. Right? Any more on that?
And thou shalt rule over him.
And thou shalt what?
Rule over him.
How is it thou shalt rule over him?
That's the addiction.
Yes. Now you see who have the power. The addiction is ruling over you. You understand? And the white man is a vessel for sin. He's a vessel. You understand? Like he is the type of person that's going to get in it, and instead of trying to climb out the hole, what do you think he does? What do you think the oppressor do? Instead of trying to climb out the hole, what you try to do?
Make it deeper?
Yeah, he go deeper. Go all the way in. Till he start doing what? Eating babies. You understand? Till he start abusing young girls. You understand? Brother, I'm telling you. And you know it coming out now. How much percent of the Epstein file we've been able to get so far in the public?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Last I heard, it was just half. Even though it's 3 million documents, it's still only half.
Well, I have some more news here. Some, you know what I mean, some breaking up-to-date news here. They say it's about 2% that they share so far. 2%. Remember, Epstein was doing what with everything in his mansion. He had a camera in every room. In every room. So he has tapes upon tapes upon tapes. Where the hell it is? Not for you to see. You understand? And what you're going to have to pay attention to who is profiting, who is gaining from these Epstein files being out. Because remember, these things have been around for what, over 20 years. Why it coming out now? Why is it coming out now? And if you know the media is full of distractions. Full of distraction. You understand? You realize you're not hearing nothing about what's going on in Palestine. You understand? Nothing about what's going on. Why? Because it's a distraction. And you hear nothing about what's going on in the Black community unless, you know what I mean, your ear's close to the street. Ain't nothing going on. Go to 1 Timothy 6 and 9. Go to 1 Timothy 6 and 9.
Salaka, sir.
Real
quick, sir. Like the General Hyman suggested that the whole kidnapping of this old white lady, I can't think of her name right now, is also a premeditated distraction as well. So they come up with all kind of distractions to distract us from you understand the truth or understanding what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. You
like,
understand?
Even in, like he said that like he didn't put it past the fact that the Trump administration was behind it. Because like they've committed, like some of the news broadcasts that I've watched, they've committed like 30-40% of the whole newscast to her. With no evidence.
Yeah.
And then they got a photo of the man that came and knocked on the door, but they don't have no photo of her when they took her or anything. They don't have no evidence of when she came in or when she went out. That's kind of strange.
Yeah. And with the type of technology they have now, you cannot do something and hide. I mean, you go anywhere and think you hiding from them, they come in and get you. With the type of technology they have. Remember, they found Saddam Hussein in a hole in Iraq. You understand? With a big beard and looking as scruffy as he could be. Right. They found that man, brought him back, and they hanged him. You understand? So
like you, sir. What comes to mind too is I remember when Ray Caruth, they found him in the trunk of a car. So, there's no hiding from this oppressor. They have all kinds of, heat registering, technology and, the facial recognition technology. They reading all your license plates. Any car that was manufactured after 2014 has GPS tracking in it. There's no escaping them. Salakia.
Yeah. You're right. There's no escaping. That's why you brothers and sisters, you better, you better be, on point. Because Esau, he knows. Remember, the Bible tells you he's a what? A cunning hunter. That's right. Cunning. He knows how to hunt. He knows how to unalive. That's his he perfects that. Those things. Hunting and unaliving. Perfects it. And no other nation doing that on the earth like that. Right? Give me 1 Timothy. 1 Timothy, what did I say? 9?
Kind of 6 and 9.
Yes, go ahead.
It's the book of 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 9. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare.
Right. They that be rich fall into what?
Into temptation and a snare.
That's like what's his name? Hakeem Jeffries. Brother, I heard him talk recently. He is paid out. Small lots have him. Go ahead.
So like it, sir. That's the brother from Michigan.
I think it's New York. I think it's either New York or New Jersey, somewhere up there. Somewhere up north.
He's from New York.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, and you could tell he paid by the small hats. You understand? Like when it comes to things dealing with black people, there's always a cloudy area with them. But when it comes to the small hat, it's clear as day. They understand. You know what I mean? These people. And that's because he is what? He trying to get rich. You understand? Ain't no problem with trying to get rich, but you can't bring your people down. You understand? You're not allowed to do that. Like Jay-Z. Jay-Z being paid by these oppressors to do what to black people? To do the same thing a preacher doing, which is to seduce you, to keep you docile. You understand? You coming up, you have your that movement, Colin Kaepernick. Jay-Z came in and what? Kill that. Kill it. For what? Because he want to be rich. And now guess what? He's compromised also too. He's in the Epstein file. If you're in the Epstein file, brother, you are compromised. When the hell you dealing a convicted, you understand, felon? Abuser. I forget what he was convicted for. Somebody look up what Jeffrey Epstein have. You know what I mean? What he have on his basically his reputation. And you hanging with him on an island, like you compromise. Read on, Kwaba.
Khan, sir. And into many foolish and hurtful lusts.
Like P. Diddy. Where P. Diddy right now? You understand? Remember that they try to get P. Diddy on what? On I believe it was sex trafficking, right?
The Man Act.
Yeah. But guess who he was? Who he was sex trafficking? Come on. Go ahead.
I'm just letting you know I got the Epstein charges or the convictions if you're ready for it.
Yeah, I'm ready. Go ahead.
In 2008, Epstein pleaded guilty to state charges in Florida for procuring a person under 18 for prostitution and soliciting a prostitute. As part of the controversial plea deal, he served 13 months in the Palm Beach County Jail with extensive work release. This conviction followed an investigation into the abuse of multiple underage girls, and in 2019, he was arrested on federal sex trafficking charges.
Right. I think that's the last time he got arrested, and I said before he went in, he bought, I think it was 65 gallons forget how much, sulfuric acid. You understand? That the type of man you hanging around. Come on.
Salakia one, it was 300 gallons of it.
Yeah.
Salakia, sir, could you elaborate on the purpose of the the chemical?
the chemical. Okay, there's they're not saying, okay, these just, what they're suspecting, right? They're suspecting it could be used for dissolving human remains, or they were saying that he has a I forget those I think they call it desalination plant or something where it could be used to turn seawater into to drinking water type stuff. But but what people, you ain't how to tell me you fitting to go to jail and you thinking about water on the island, but drinking water on the island? No. Come on.
Also today they went out to, he had a ranch out in I think it was New Mexico.
Yeah.
The ranch, and that's where I think they discovered the chemical.
Yeah.
That's where they've had it at. So wasn't it brought out that he was like trying to do some kind of genetic experiments out there or something?
Yes, he was doing genetic experiments. I believe in Jamaica, right? K had one. He had a doctor in Jamaica trying to study them sprinters in Jamaica. The gene, the DNA.
The elite athletes like Usain Bolt and Shelley and Fraser.
Yes. Elite athletes. You understand? Like this man was, you know what I mean? He was Frankenstein in the flesh. You understand? Like he was really trying to go there. And that's it. Come on. Go ahead.
And that girlfriend of his, that Ghislaine Maxwell, her father, Robert Maxwell, he got ties to Mossad and the KGB and MI6 and all kind of stuff. So he was involved. He had like a media company. So this rabbit hole go way deeper than people know on the surface, sir.
Yeah. And they say I think he was going to blow the whistle on them. And somehow he ended up committing suicide when he was about to do it. You understand? So, I mean, and I think he is the same one to say.
So, like they found a float in the ocean.
Yeah, and they say he stole the secrets for the nuclear weapon. You understand? Like these people are telling you. It's, you know what I mean, like we no way in their league when it comes to evil, but yet and still the media will make us look like we're above them in evil and wickedness. You understand? Like Commander YAHANNA said it, like they make us or turn us into their scapegoats. Like we're the scapegoat. Everything they say we doing, they're saying that black people are criminals. The biggest criminals. There's this, the percentage, high statistics high on them being criminal. Nah, ain't no way close to you, white man. You understand? And he's not just doing it in America. He's doing it to the entire Nayathaq. You understand? He create laws, but them laws he created is not for his people, it's for me and you. Because he breaks them. Just imagine, he went and created what? He created the UN Council. And now today what he created after he done leave the UN. I believe, check and see if America left the UN Charter. Somebody look that up for me. Look that up for me.
So, like I said,
come on.
Are you talking about or referring to the Council of Peace?
Yes, that's what they went and created. Now they created the Council of Peace. When they unaliven people, what peace you talking about? And that's one thing with the oppressor. Like they use these words to make it sound like if you're not, you know what I mean, like up to date with what's going on in the world, you would really think, yo, these people are about peace when they're not about peace. They're not about peace. Come on.
I'm sorry, but it's just that the scripture says that by peace he shall destroy many.
Yes.
That's what came to my mind.
Yes.
By peace he shall destroy many.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
For what you asked for, it says in January 2026, the U.S. did not lead the UN Charter itself, but the Trump administration announced the withdrawal from 66 international organizations and UN entities, including the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, which is the UNFCCC, and UN Women. This action ceased funding and participation in specific targeted groups rather than withdrawing from the UN entirely.
So which means, guess what? They go make the world peace, and now guess what? These countries that were depending on them for cash, what they will have to do? Yes, they will have to now be compromised. They'll be willing. You understand? They'll be willing to come to the table now And now the deal they had when there was in the UN Charter, it's going to be, you know what I mean, it's going to be ridiculous once you get in there. You know what I mean? You're going to have to sign a paper. You're going to have to sign the soul of your entire nation away to these people on a paper. And they holding it, right? But guess what? They not signing their life away to you. Right? Who holding finish reading that verse from Kwaba.
Khan, sir.
And then once you finish with that, get Luke 12 and 15.
Khan. Which drown men in destruction and perdition.
Which what?
Which drown men in destruction and perdition.
And that's it. Like, you could be rich, but you being rich, what does being rich means as an Israelite?
Salakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say
Salakia, sir.
brotherhood.
Hold on, Baz. Go ahead.
Is it brotherhood, being in the truth?
You're right, but you gotta give him a little more. You're right with the brotherhood. Like, you come in here, you're a rich man, of course you're gonna have to show brotherhood. Of course. But now your whole concept of money is going to have to what? Change. You understand? Now you have what? The responsibility of taking care of the what?
The poor, sir.
Yes. The rich of us has the responsibility of taking care of the poor. Remember, we had laws on what? If you had a field, you were to what? Leave the fruits or the food that fall off a tree what? On the side. You couldn't take up everything. The white man, he will take up everything.
Harvest the gleaning.
Yes. Like, you have to leave something for poor people. Like, the Lord made provisions for us to help poor people. Because not all of us could be what? Rich. Not all. That's why he left laws on if what? If you were to take on a servant, you had rules on how to deal with him and how long he will have to work for you and what will have to happen if he had children while he was under a roof being a servant. There's rules states. You understand? But this oppressor came in and he said, F the rules. I'm the devil, and I'm going to oppress the hell out of you people. You all heard the speech that Marco Rubio gave to the Europeans. He basically was telling them they're going back to the colonial days. He told us Europeans we were together, I think it was 5 centuries ago. What the hell could he be even talking about if not what? Colonialism. The Europeans, they were hand in hand when it comes to the colonialism. They were hand in hand in our destruction. And they want to take it back there. You want to know why they're coming down on black people? Why it is now, you know what I mean? It's hard to live off the same pay you've been getting 2-3 years ago. It ain't by mistake. It's by design. They're oppressing you and oppressing you and oppressing you. And then some of us will do what?
Compromise.
Yes. Some of us will be like, you know what? I'm gonna give this ASS up. I ain't, you know what I mean? I ain't fitting to be poor.
And
some of us will be go ahead.
You know, they come up with what I forgot the name of it. It's a thing. It's called where they have these like 25 years plans, where they plan 25 years in advance.
Yeah, that's the oppressor.
Yeah, they used to publish it, but they don't do it no more. They don't publish it no more. But they have, you understand? They have those think tanks, and they come up with these plans, and then they put them into action. But they used to, before the internet, they used to publish it, but now they don't.
Yeah, because they don't want you getting ahead of the game. Because every time you get ahead of the game, they do what? They move the poll, put it out to ensure that you don't even rise. You're not allowed to raise your head. The only reason why Black people alive, or you can see a brother down the street when you walk, is because there's not enough of us willing to do what? Not enough of us willing to do what?
So, like, is there a sacrifice?
Yeah. To turn your back on this empire. You can imagine it, turn your back on this empire. More and more this truth start to grow out. They're gonna have to do something. We think they're just gonna sit back and watch us grow and be like, well, you know what? Nah, they ain't. No, they're coming. I'm telling you straight up, they're coming. And you better stand with the Lord. We better stand with the Lord. You understand? They're coming. Because these devils, they do not want to give up the empire. That lust, they love that lust so much. You understand? They love that lust so much, that money, that wealth, whatever they could do and get away with it. They love it. And they're willing to go, to the grave for it. All right? Who's reading for me?
Count, sir.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 12 and verse 15. And he said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness, for a man's life consisteth not in abundance of things which he possesseth.
Right. You understand? Some men like to show off. I have this, I have that, this, that, all over the internet, like your boy Jordan. That ain't life, Ark. You understand? That ain't life. Well, you brothers and sisters living in this truth, that's life. Taking care of each other. When one of us pass, we all cry, and mourn. You understand? And then, go out there and, and raise other brothers and sisters up. You understand? Like, that's life. You understand? Not willing to compromise your integrity for this place. You're willing to do it. The preachers, they done do it already. They did it already. They're done. You realize you're not hearing nothing from them pastors and them? Which pastor here coming out talking about the Epstein file? Which one?
No, sir.
None. You know why? Because maybe they might have something on them.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. More likely they do. Remember.
Salaki, I was just gonna say, because I was gonna say what you said. They're probably on the file.
Yeah. But remember, what's his name? Is it TD Jakes? The one that had the dress on and says swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed? It's TD Jakes, right?
I don't know what kind, sir.
Remember, he was close with who? With P. Diddy. The guy who liked to tape everything too. So they had them tapes, sir.
The power bottle.
Yes. You think the power bottle, I'm gonna come out and say something now? No. They're not going to say anything right now. Nothing. You understand? Your pastor, he's not preparing you for what to come. And that's the problem with trauma and oppression. It makes you not want to face reality. And the church is like a it's like a
pacifier.
Yes, best way to put it is a pacifier for Black people, where it kind of like shield you from the truth, shield you from reality, and make you feel good about shielding yourself from reality. And then when you come out and you see the world, you can't wait to do what? To get right back in church again next Sunday. You understand? Right? Finish that that one up. And then Bankia, look up Deepak Chopra. I'm gonna put his name in the private chat.
Salakia, so that was the end. You want me to read it from the top?
Yeah, read one more time.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 12 and verse 15. And he said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness, for a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of things which he possesseth.
Right? That ain't you, brothers and sisters. To hell what you possess. When you're dead, you're going to take it with you. You're going to do like them Egyptians. Bury your whole house, your car, everything with you. No, that ain't happening. All right. Banker, you saw the name I put in the chat there, right? Okay. Tawada. Go to Mark 4 and 19. Mark 4 and 19.
Salakia, sir. Is there anything specific you want from him as far as just information about him?
No, what he does. Like, what's his profession?
Come. I can read it to you now.
Go ahead.
It says Deepak Chopra is an Indian American author, New Age guru, and alternative medicine advocate, a prominent figure in the New Age movement. His books and videos have made him one of the best known and wealthiest figures in alternative medicine.
So he up there too, like the Dalai Lama. Might be a spiritual, but he up there nonetheless with him. And guess what? Who want to make a big guess where he is?
The Epstein files.
Yes. He in there too.
Salakia,
He's
sir.
in there too. Come on.
It's just what you're saying is just so heavy because it just amazes me how our people were just lined up on the side of the road to watch some monks walk past in some sandals and flip-flops. But then the prophets of the Lord who are their own people who come out to tell them that they're the greatest people on the planet and that we God's chosen people, we get pushed back in rejection. It's just mind-boggling.
Yeah. And that's because of the psychological warfare that's been played on our people. You understand? That psychological warfare, you'll just see a fraction of it. I'll try and bring out a fraction of it tonight. They said, there's a fraction, but the psychological warfare that's being played on Black people right now, and it's not just is the trauma that that we bring in from since slavery. You know what I mean? Added with the oppression. Like, we do not want to face the white man. We do not want to face him. In here, the first thing you're going to have to do when you come in here, you are going to have to face the white man. You're going to have to face your white friends. You understand? You're going to have to recognize that they are what?
The wicked on the face of the earth.
That too, but you're going to have to face something else too.
They oppressors and they Salakia, they oppressors and they devils.
That too, but you're going to have to face something. Bring me down
Salakia,
to their level. Come on.
We also not friends. We're not walking hand in hand.
That's it. You're going to have to face the fact that we're not friends. You understand? We'll go to work. We'll be could talk on work, but I'm not going to sit down and do what?
Break
Take a
bread
drink with you. Yeah, I ain't breaking bread with you. I'm not. But if you want help with some Excel sheet, you know what I mean, something on the slave, hey, oh John, yeah, check your email. Bop. Once 4 o'clock hit, don't ask me for no Excel spreadsheet. You understand? I'm out. You understand? All right. And I'm okay. I'm saying it in a joking way, but understand what I'm saying. Once 4 o'clock hits, it ain't let's go and hang out. Let's go and do this. Let's go to the bar. No, we're not doing that. We're not going and sit down to eat and talk about anything. You know what I mean? About how my family. No, we're not doing that. You understand? I'm going back home to my people. And I'm going to sit down and find out how they're going, what they need. They need my help. They're in the ditch. Your people not in the ditch. Your people well taken care of. Your people putting my people in the ditch. So you want to help me? Go deal with your people that are doing it to my people. Go put them on blast. You understand? All right? Quiet about it. I tell you to hold something.
Go
ahead and read it.
Sir. It's the book of Mark, chapter 4 and verse 19. And the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches.
And what? The cares of what?
Of this world.
Mm-hmm.
And the deceitfulness of riches.
And the deceitfulness of riches. Here, Kevin Samuels was telling these black women what? To get what? High value men.
High value men. Come.
But with riches come what? Deceitfulness. Especially when you're not in the truth. Especially when you're not doing what the Most High, what Christ said to do. What Christ taught us to do. You're using your money to what? Deceive women into thinking, or deceive men into thinking what? Right? Now read on.
And the lust of other things entering in choke the word.
And the lust and other thing, what? Entering what?
And the lust of other things entering in choke the word.
Choke the word. What do you mean by choke the word?
Salakia. Basically, like it's it takes you out of taking you out of the truth.
Yeah, that's as simple as you can put it.
Kind.
That's, you know what I mean? You know what it's like? It's like a brother telling you what? Senior speaking and saying what? Oh, I can't do that because I will lose my what? I'll lose my job. So now the word, it choke you. You can't be like your brother on the street, teaching. You understand? You can't do that. Right? Read it one more time.
And the lust of other things entering in choke the word. And it becometh unfruitful.
Right. And the lust. And that's why, brother, you know what I mean? You might be trying to, break the truth down to a brother or sister. And you could clearly see on their face, oh yeah, I get into them. They understand what I'm saying. But they're rejecting it. You understand? They're rejecting it. They're like, nah, Christ is not black. But you read in Revelation, what? 1:13, and it describing the color of Christ. It's not that what? It's not that they don't believe Christ is black. it's something else. I mean, some of us might, it might be what? Pork. Some of us might be what? That interracial marriage. So with that interracial marriage now, guess what happens when you say Christ is black? He's not, you have to reject that with everything. He ain't just black. He all colors. Or there's no color.
So lucky, sir.
Come on.
Could we call that like the indoctrination of Christianity? Like, is that
yeah? That's the broad umbrella, if you want to put it like that. That is Christianity.
So like,
come on.
So like you, sir. That's that love that they talk about. When they talk about in the word, they talk about love that doesn't have a color. It's another way of brainwashing yourself from not separating. When you talk about when you intermingle and you make marriages with them, you feel like there's an obligation. You know what I mean? To get along and not say anything about the oppression that your people are dealing with.
That's right. And don't forget also too, what do most brothers leave the truth for?
Weed.
Yeah, to get high. That lust to get high. You understand? That come on what? Choke the word. That's why when you speak into a brother or sister, you got to really zone in on the root to where the issue is. Because 99% of the time, what you're talking about right now, it's something else. You understand? It's something else that you had to find that root and hit it. You understand? All right, read on.
Count. Verse 20. Verse 20. And these are they which are sown on good ground.
Right. So now he going into brothers who sown on good ground. So we good with that right now. You understand? Right. So now let me play a little more for you, and then I'll get the other video for us.
Go on.
Epstein says, "Oh, I thought she was just referring to me." Chopra says, "That's because you are God and drag." Chopra then says, "Come to Israel with us, relax and have fun with interesting people. If you want to use a fake name, bring your girls. It will be fun to have you. Love, Deepak." Holy F.
Yeah.
So then it keeps going. Another one, Jeffrey Epstein says, "Next time I'm in Santa Fe, Monday." Deepak says, "Okay, your girls would love it, as would you. Be well, sending love." Epstein responds, "Another location? I do not like Israel at all. Shocking and not."
And this is all after Jeffrey is a known pedophile.
This is he's already been known as a PDF file. So here's some more stuff. This is from Deepak Chopra. I don't know. The tiger is bringing me to places I had absconded. It looks like the MGH, Harvard Chopra Mind Brain Institute, will actually happening, which means riding the tiger even more. I've wanted validation from scientists. Some is happening and some will remain ever skeptical and condescending. Suddenly, it does not feel important. What do I enjoy most? I don't know what I can say, really. My biological needs are met occasionally, but that too, it seems I've been there, done that. I have 3 more books to write, and then we'll be done with that as well. I will be going for 1 week silence at the end of this month with a small group, maybe some more clarity. Then I do enjoy the company of younger, intellectually sharp, and self-aware women, and love to engage with them, to inspire and stimulate them. Oh my, this is kind of crazy. I've read a lot of Deepak Chopra's books.
Yeah.
And a lot of his books is him just much like Wayne Dyer, he's quoting spiritual leaders from the past and spiritual texts from the past. So a lot of the stuff he's
brother, I'm telling you, this will, Enoch, if the Lord was to really peel it back and show you what's behind them walls that you can't see, brother, it will be a nightmare. Some of us will cannot sleep when the night comes. You can't close your eye knowing that these mother effers walking around the earth. You understand? You can't close your eye. You can't rest knowing that. You understand? Like now black people should get to realize the position they're in is not their fault. Remember Commander YAHANNA was saying that? It's not your fault. You understand? It's not your fault you're living like that. Remember, in slavery, right? Was there a problem with us getting jobs in slavery? Was there a problem for jobs in slavery?
No, sir.
No. Everybody had something to do, right?
Right.
But somebody was getting money for it. Not you and me. You understand? But somehow they done created a system where now you have to go work and get paid. And then the pay you're getting, you got to take that money and give it right back to him for what? Food, clothing, and shelter.
Right.
So, sir.
Come on.
If I could, sir. That's heavy because I'm saying that's basically what you're getting at is like, that's the same thing we got in slavery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Slaves had a place to live. Slaves had food. You feel me? Like, they wasn't really not getting those things. So now we think we made it because they give us, you know what I'm saying, green dollars with dead hypocrites on them, and we think we made something. But it's really the same thing. We living just like our ancestors. Salaki.
Yeah. And I would say we living even worse. Why I say we living worse.
Salaki, sir. Because at least, back then, at least we knew we were slaves.
That's it. Now, brother, you tell a black person that went out, you can imagine telling what's that brother name? The one who is all over the internet, the brother with all, the earthly wisdom. What's his name? You know who I'm talking about, man. And he know about the planets.
Oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, you gonna tell him he a slave. What do you think he gonna tell you?
He's gonna laugh, sir.
Yeah, he's gonna laugh. He's gonna laugh at you.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
But the crazy part about it, you would think that back then everybody would know that we were slaves. But there's a quote from Harriet Tubman, who freed like thousands of slaves, and she said she would have freed a lot more if they knew that they were slaves. But some of them didn't know they were slaves.
Yes, because that's in the later stages. Harriet Tubman was what, in the 19th century?
Conor one concert. She died.
You understand?
In 1913.
Yeah, she basically was at the point where, okay, remember we at that time when the trauma is there, and then you had the Uncle Toms and the preachers and them trying to do what? Pacify you, like what they're doing right now. You understand? So black people, they want to what? Face their reality, because they know that he was more vicious and in your face back then. You understand? Like we had to what? Put our faces in what? Barrels. You understand? Today we could still do what? Walk the street and what? Laugh out loud. You understand? But back then you had to put your face in a barrel. You understand? So today, mentally, we not even there when it comes to understanding that we oppress. And that's in itself, brother, if you study it, black people have a mental illness that they might call it PTSD, but it's worse than that, I believe. Because the brothers who have PTSD, at least, is some major trauma. You understand? But brothers who ain't grew up with that type of still behave as if they have that type of trauma, which means they ain't really like we sick, but they don't have a name for it. You understand? A scientific name.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
You mean like them Anton Daniels niggas?
Yes.
You familiar with Anton Daniels?
I think that them two,
Yeah,
them
that's
twins.
a slave, but he have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Salaki, sir?
Is it those twins? Them two.
What you say about the twins?
No, I'm asking.
This just one dude.
Mm-hmm.
This one guy, one brother. He from Detroit, and he like a millionaire, but he all over YouTube passing out slavery certificates to niggas left and right to just stay in bondage. But because he rich, he embraced the American society, and he has no idea that he's still in slavery.
And what's his name?
And that
Anton
he
Williams.
passing out slavery to everybody who will listen.
And his name is what? Anton Williams?
Anton Daniel.
Yeah, he's like
Anton Daniels.
Yeah, he's like a YouTuber cat.
Anton Daniels. He just got into it. He just got into it with Corey Holcomb a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So
I
they
know
all
you're
over
talking
the
about
internet
now.
with that.
Yeah, I know you're talking about right now. That's because somebody backing
that's
him.
that's a coon.
Yeah, somebody backing. Like once you see black people, you mean on the internet like that, somebody backing them. Like somebody creating their what you call it, their token points and shit. And they fully backed. Give me James 5:1. Right? Give me James 5:1. And then I'll line up that last video for you all to see. I mean, you remember Hugh Hefner? You remember Hugh Hefner?
Con.
Hugh Hefner was a what? Was Hugh Hefner a small hat?
Playboy Mansion.
Brother, I'm telling you. They say he was doing the same thing too. Saying he was running a honeypot act. You understand? You know what I mean? He was one of the first, I think, to start that. That's why his empire grew the way it was. You think his box, it was box and, you know what I mean, lost. Come on.
If I could, sir, I do believe it was pretty, it was like out in the open too a little bit back then. If I'm not mistaken, I think Brooke Shields, the actress, was in Playboy when she was 12. If I'm not mistaken, she did, and her parents actually they approved it, and she did a photo shoot with Playboy when she was like 12 or 13. Salaki.
Brother, tell you what about to play your film? Yeah, they're ridiculous with this stuff. And the thing about it is, this is known to the oppressor's world. But men like this are allowed to you know what I mean, to flourish. You understand? Because this is an evil world we in now. Come on, Kwaba.
It's the book of James, chapter 5 and verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you.
All right, read it one more time.
It's the book of James, chapter 5 and verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you.
That's what's going on right now. They're going to weep and howl out. Because their time is coming to an end. It's coming to an end. And it's going to be painful for some of them. Read on.
Verse 2. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten.
Meaning what? You done what? You done fall from that state you was in, that rich state. You understand? You close a hole in it.
Damn right.
Come on, read on.
Verse 3. Your gold and silver is cankered.
Yeah, meaning what? It means is worth nothing. Come on.
And the rust of them shall be a witness against you.
Right? It's going to be a witness against you. All the billions of dollars. You understand? And what will happen to your boy Epstein? You know what I mean? Assuming that he is unalived, who knows now? You understand? Who knows? These people are so deceitful. Come on.
If I may, sir, remember in the footage outside of Epstein's cell, there's 1 to 2 minutes of the footage missing, and also his cellmate was taken out of the cell one day before they killed, Salakia, before he was unalive.
Yeah, before it was assumed that he was unalive, the way things going right now. Sir. Can't believe nothing, because it said that the FBI had the tape and purposely deleted the tape. So there's nothing. You think it wasn't recording. It was recording. They just delete the files. So to tell us. You understand? Come on.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
And we know, okay, he might be unalive or he might be alive, but we know for certain he ain't commit suicide and there's no footage of it. So if that's a lie, then you gotta assume that the rest is a lie. The man could probably be somewhere in Israel, somewhere right now chilling.
Yeah. Because boy, he did. Right now, there's a certain nation that's prospering off of this BS that's going on here right now. Who you can clearly see that, a certain government is fully compromised. You understand? Compromised to the point where they're not even working for the people no more. And the gig is up on democracy. The gig is up on capitalism. It's up. Right? Read on.
Khan. And shall eat your flesh as it were fire.
Oh boy. I shall what? Eat your flesh. The Lord is going to destroy you, rich man. You understand? You rich bastards. The Lord is going to bring you all down so well and so hurtful. You understand? Pity the thing the Lord done with him. He just started. You understand? You want to live like them? Jay-Z, boy, when they're ready for Jay-Z, you realize Jay-Z is saying nothing right now? Saying nothing. Because you name all in the files. And showing how he is trying to what? Manipulate black people for the white man. Like Jay-Z is working for the oppressor. He's not working for you. He ain't trying to help you, black man. He's trying to help the white man. Read on.
Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days.
For the what?
For the last days.
Yeah, he put together, man. Remember when we wasn't even out to Egypt, what it was doing with the riches? With all the gold. They was doing what?
They was gathering together.
And giving it to us.
Right.
And saying, yo, you all leave right now. But don't worry. Epstein, Elon Musk, you all gather it. Gather it. We're gonna put that to work. You won't have no use for it when Christ returns. All right. All right, that was verse 5.
Khan.
Okay.
Salakia. No, that was chapter 5, verse 3.
Go ahead, read on.
Verse 4. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth.
By what? By what?
By fraud.
By fraud. You stole this land from the native Indians. And you got rich off this land, Mr. White Man, Mr. Oppressor. You defrauded the native Indians. You defrauded the Mexicans. You defrauded the whole earth when it comes to land. Remember, they're from where? They're the Caucasians. Why? Because they're from the Caucasus Mountains, Russia. You understand? Alexander, the great father, came down and fought in the Macedonian armed military. And from there, it was history where they started conquering Europe. And then from that is the whole entire earth now they're conquered. Right? Read on.
Khan crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth.
Right?
Salaki.
And it reached to the heirs of the Most High power. And now it's going to come out. Everything you've been hiding. Been eating babies. Now, what was that? The pizza gate. Now, all of that conspiracy coming out and been looking like it was true. You understand? The Lord is bringing this empire down. And you're seeing a white man who is desperate to keep it afloat. You understand? Now, let's go to this here. We'll play a little bit to this here for you. Tell me if you're hearing this, right?
That was kind of out in the open. And I just grabbed this article. It says Hugh Hefner used revenge porn to manipulate women long before we even knew what it was. And it says ex-Playboy bunny Holly Madison recently opened up about her time in the infamous mansion, detailing how Hugh Hefner would photograph women without their permission and then use the images to blackmail them into staying.
You understand? Like the oppressor, he's violent, disgusting. Let me bring you up to maybe, let me see right here.
Have a larger point about pornography in general?
Well, I do. And, you know, it's, I didn't take it seriously until I had boys and until my boy, who's now 12, was 6 years old. And we went to his grandmother's birthday and she lived in Vegas, and, you know, had him walk up and down the strip, and he was asking like, what is that sex, Dad? What is this word is everywhere? And so he went back to the hotel and just lo and behold, the protective apps that we had on his computer had just expired. And so he said the word sex into his computer and saw a bunch of stuff that we really wish he wouldn't have seen at 6 years old. And it really started me to go into the rabbit hole of what's going on. We all looked at it. I will be perfectly transparent in saying that it's the only addiction that I ever had myself. I had no drinking, no drugs, nothing like that. But started at a very young age with beta tapes, you know, hidden under the couch that I stole from the local video store and would watch them on repeat over and over. And it created an addiction that took me years to break. And to understand what it does to particularly men psychologically is sex no longer becomes an exchange, an energetic exchange between two people. It becomes a very visual thing. So the men are oftentimes in their head picturing things that they've seen. And this can, as you can imagine, can really harm the relationship that you're trying to have, sexual relationship with the person that you're with. And so I started to dig into this really deeply. I'm still in the middle of the investigation, but what I've learned is that it is so effective that it's been used as a weapon of war, and it's being used as a weapon of war.
Now listen good. It's been used as a what? A weapon of what? War.
In 2002, the IDF was caught pumping hardcore pornography into Gaza, literally taking over their 3 stations that they had. And when they were asked why, they said because it unlocks a particular lust in the young men and they become sexual predators, and it prohibits them or it lessens the possibility of them ever having a family and multiplying. They admitted that. And so when you look at it and you see how much this is spread in the United States, and that it's one of the only things that's free, and then it gets harder and harder core, it's extreme. When you look at the cognitive damage that it does to the neurology, particularly of developing minds, you understand that it is a weapon of war. It's a psychological weapon of war, and there are now movements all over the internet of young men trying to beat it because it's one of the hardest habits. They say it's as tough as heroin or fentanyl or any of that, because it taps into a primal part of our primal design, and we are created. The reason sex is so attractive is because it's been instilled in us to procreate, to create life. And so there's pheromones, there's things that happen that are to keep us always interested in the opposite sex and creating life. And I think that's one of our purposes on this planet. And so drawing from that, weaponizing that primal instinct is what they've done. And now we have these couple of generations of young boys, they're called incels, whatever you want to call them, and they don't know how to relate to women, not only because all the social rules, they don't know what's safe to say or do, they don't know if they're supposed to ask a girl out, if they're supposed to open the door, or is that insulting? They don't know what to do, so they're scared about that. But there are young men that are actually in juvenile systems right now because when they had their first sexual encounter, they choked the female because they thought that's what you do. Everything I've seen is that's
moral of the story. Stop watching porn. Right? But I'm making a joke, of course, but this is very serious. You understand?
If I could, sir.
Come on.
Salaki, sir, but this information you're bringing out is real heavy, real on point, and I really hope people are paying attention. Because it's not even like, this is not some abstract thing. This is very real. Like, I know people personally, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people my age, like my generation that I knew, they don't have kids. Like, a lot of people in my generation don't have kids. Like, some do, some don't, but there's like it's like a dip in that where they even saying like they don't even want kids. They don't even think about it. You know what I'm saying? And like what he's saying is like, it's this weaponized thing, this internet and the pornography and everything has like damaged a lot of these brothers psychologically to where they don't even like, I'm the dead ass, they don't even know how to talk to a woman that's in front of them. They don't even know how to do it. You know what I mean? Because they got all of this kind of, cognitive mush in their brain from all that porn they've been watching since they was like 7. You know what I mean? So now when it's time to actually be in front of a woman and actually do what you got to do, they don't even know where to start. You know what I'm saying? So like Khan, like this is a real world thing that's damaging people. Slucky.
Yeah. You understand? And you're seeing the psychology. This is just, as I said, this is just a fraction of what he is actually doing to us psychologically. You understand? To the point where he is tapping into where he say that primal.
Okay.
You understand? Lust in you. You understand? Zoning in on it. You understand? Now you see what's, you know what I mean? That's what I say. If you could see what's being done behind the curtains, 2 black people, like, you know what I mean? You ever hear you ever hear people saying, why black people can't come together? Why we can't come together? Because a bastard like this are. Like, if the white man was just to leave us alone, we will fix each other. We definitely will fix each other. You understand? But because he not leaving us alone, because he pumping this mess all over the internet, everywhere you turn. I went on I think it's Twitter. I thought Twitter is just you know what I mean, putting you know what I mean, like new stuff out and your opinions out. Twitter is like a porn harbor. If you
Khan, stay off of Twitter, sir.
Salaki, sir. Salaki, sir. I do the social media for the Charlotte school. I pretty much done left Twitter alone. X, you gotta leave that alone. Like
it's crazy.
It ain't nothing porn on there, man.
Yeah.
Like
Porn
you can
and
try to
people-
do TikTok, you can do Facebook, everything, but you gotta as soon as you get on X, that's all you see. So you gotta
It's
just
the
turn that
only
off,
one.
man.
It's the only of all, like on Instagram, almost all of the social media apps. People always try to put that stuff on there, but they end up taking it down. Like they jump on it pretty quickly. But X is just a free for all. So like you say.
Right.
If I could, if you want, sir, I got more information to indict Hugh Hefner and Playboy when you want it, sir.
Come on.
If I could, this is a quick paragraph to show how disgusting that bastard was, and this world is. Salaki, sir. I overshot. I said she was 12. I was wrong. It says from 1981 to 1983, Brooke Shields, her mother, photographer Gary Gross, and Playboy Press were involved in litigation in the New York City courts over the rights to photographs her mother had signed away to Gross. That's a crazy pun right there. When dealing with models who are minors, a parent or legal guardian must sign such a release form, while other agreements are subject to negotiation. Gross was the photographer of a controversial set of nude images taken in 1975 of a then 10-year-old Brooke Shields, with the consent of her mother, Terry Shields, for the Playboy Press publication Sugar and Spice. The images portray Shields nude, standing and sitting in a bathtub, wearing makeup and covered in oil. The courts ruled in favor of the photographer due to wordings in New York law. The ruling would have been decided otherwise if Shields had been considered a child performer rather than a model. So because she was considered a child model, she had no rights to go against the photographer. So the photographer won. Salaki.
Yeah, that which really is crazy. And these nasty bastards, that's why blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we are the ones supposed to be in charge, because things like this will not go down.
That's right.
Things like this will never go down. Because just imagine, you read about Hugh Hefner, right? Now we come into Epstein. Now, do you think Epstein is the last and only Caucasian male to do this? No. You think Hugh Hefner was the only last, oppressor to do this? No. And that's because the wrong people are in charge.
Salaki,
you understand? And as long as they continue to be in charge, we're going to hear stories like this that's going to make you want to vomit out. Come on.
Salaki, sir, if I may, sir, this is scripture of Psalm 12 and 8.
Go ahead.
The wicked walk on every side when the vilest of men are exalted.
You understand? Perfect scripture. You understand? Perfect. Because that's what's going on in this place. The Bible tells you what in Job 9:24. The earth is what? Given into the hands of the wicked. These people are beyond, wicked. You understand? When you see this, the word wicked, the synonym next to it should be what? I.S.U.P.K or Caucasian. You understand? Like that's how evil they are. Like you're doing this, you know the psychological damage it will do to the human when you fill their primal, that primal instinct with lust, with just sex. You understand? They know what it's doing, but because of money, because of riches, and because it's more doing harm more to us, it's okay. Right? Give me hold on. Give me Ecclesiasticus 5:1. Right, give me Ecclesiasticus 5:1. What about again for me?
Colonel Khan, sir. I'm here. You ready?
Yeah.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 5 and verse 1. Set not thy heart upon thy goods.
What does that mean?
Salaki, sir.
Uh-huh.
Don't make your possessions your priority.
That's
don't
it.
make that the most important thing in your life.
That's it. Like all these things. Why? Because these oppressors, they do it. And they will do what? They don't care if they destroy you psychologically for it, Ark. They don't care if they destroy you physically for it. They don't care if they have to unalive you for riches, for what they have to get. You understand? They want that yacht. They want that mansion. And if you in their way, they don't care what they have to do. They're willing to do it. You can't be like that. You can't live like that. Read on.
And say not, I have enough for my life.
Right? I have enough for what? My life. Because you are being what? What you being?
Greedy?
Yeah, selfish.
Selfish.
Like the Tyler Perrys. You understand? Like the 50 Cents, like Oprah, Jay-Z. All of them, they're just greedy. They want what? Wealth and wealth, and they really don't care what they have to do to get it back. And then when you go to the oppressor, well, the Epstein file letting you know, like there's no red line in the Epstein file. None. There's none. Read on.
Come. Verse 2. Follow not thy own mind.
What is it saying?
Follow not thy own mind.
And that's a very helpful verse right there for Blacks and Hispanics and First Nation people. You understand? Why? Because we come into this truth and we do what? What do we do?
When we come into the truth, we change.
We change, yes, but you change, but you do what? So, for example, if you have to leave and go to New Mexico, what would you have to do being a brother in the truth?
Oh, I have to report that. I have to
yes. So which means you do what? You have to what? Yes, you following orders. You understand? You follow orders. And the Lord give you the breakdown in the what you call it again, in the hierarchy. You understand? When it comes to us, is the Most High, then who? Christ, then man, then the woman,
and then the children.
Yes. You understand? Yeah, I have to go on vacation. Like you have to, you being a priest of the Lord, you have to follow who? You have to follow your orders from up top. You understand? You're a woman in here that doesn't have a husband, you follow what the priest tell you to do. You understand? You're a woman that's married, you do what? You follow your husband in here. You understand? You a child, you understand? In your parent home, you do what? You follow what your parent tell you to do. Because you going off of your own mind. Your own strength will do what? Trap that this man done setting, thinking you grown and up in front of you. Negro, you just failed. Why? Because you don't tell yourself, guess what? I ain't gonna fall in no trap. You just failed. You just seduced your own self. You are going to fall in that trap. I guarantee you. Read.
Khan. In thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart.
Right? Read that second line over one more time.
Follow not thy own mind in thy
All right, don't
strength.
follow your own mind.
You
You understand? This goes for, you know what I mean, a man, this goes for a woman, this goes for a child. You understand? Don't follow your own mind. Read on.
In thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart.
To walk in the ways of thy heart, meaning what? Your own mind.
Kind.
You understand? You a brother, you come in here. What do you struggle with? Coming in here, being fresh off them streets. Coming in here. What do you struggle with?
Everything. I guess struggling with it, accepting the men, accepting that you have to listen to the men above you. I mean,
yes, meaning very good. That's it. You struggle with submitting. I don't care. You come off that street, because coming off the street meant what? You were already doing what? Whatever you wanted to do. I know you had to come in here and a man telling you to what? Call at this time, do this at this time. We're going to meet here at this time. Now you are going to have to do what? Submit. The same thing a woman or a sister coming here. Her struggle is submitting to that man. It's the same thing with your sons and your daughters. The struggle is submitting, because America then teach you have what? What America teach you?
You got your own choice, free will.
Yes, America then teach you free will.
Right.
When this is against you having what? Free will. You don't have it. Read on.
Verse 3, and say not, who shall control me for my work?
And say what?
And say not, who shall control me for my works?
Yeah. Epstein had nobody to control him. And watch what he did. P. Diddy had nobody to control him. What he did? You better come in here and thank the Lord you have somebody over here to control what the hell you do. You understand? Otherwise, you will be in that strip club with your head to your brain cell turning to mush and thinking sex is you harming your other partner when she say no. You understand? Because your mind done full with pornography. You understand? Read on.
Kind. For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride.
What?
For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride.
What is that saying?
It's saying that the Lord is going to show.
Shalaki, sir.
Correct, but go ahead on, Baz.
It's saying that for the pride that you show, there's gonna be a recompense for that. The Lord gonna pay you back for it.
Yes. Same thing. I believe Kwaba was saying, like the Lord is going to pull the rug from under your foot. You're gonna fall. You are going to fall. And you're going to realize you fell because you was too proud to accept, you know what? Maybe I should listen to my husband. Maybe as being a priest, maybe I should listen to that officer above me. Tell him I don't do this. Tell him I don't do that. Give me good advice. Maybe I shouldn't do it. Nah, he don't know. Nah, he ain't from the streets like I was from the streets. I got this. Ain't no sweat. Ain't no sweat. The Lord is going to do what? He will what? What is it saying? The Lord will what?
The Lord will surely revenge thy pride.
There's no if or buts or maybe. He is going to revenge your pride. You understand? You in here, you better get rid of that aqua. Get rid of that pride. Get rid of it. You understand? Humble yourself. Accept and be glad that you're following a man better than yourself. You understand? Accept it. Right? Read on. Qua by there?
Oh, Salakia, sir.
Read on.
Say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me?
Oh boy. What is sounding like? This is sounding like a proud bastard. You understand? This is sounding like somebody who's doing what? Who's smoking weed and never went to what? Never went to spend a day in jail. It's sounding like somebody who's been watching porn, you understand, for their whole life and never went to jail.
And ain't taking responsibility.
Yes. And think what? And nothing, well, I did it, nothing happened. I done took this girl from this boy, from this home, from a homie, and nothing happened to me. Everything is good. I'm fine. Read on.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
It's like that scripture I brought out last week that if judgment is not rendered upon the wicked speedily, that he has in his heart to do wickedness. So like they say, if a drug dealer gets arrested the first time he sells drugs, there won't be no drug dealers. But because people get away with things and they keep doing things and they think the Lord ain't watching.
Yes, you're correct. And that's exactly what it's going to say here. Read on.
Khan. Salakia. Okay. For the Lord is long suffering.
For the Lord is what?
For the Lord is long suffering.
I mean, some of you brothers, yeah, I mean, I was there once, huh? Yeah, I mean, some woman burn you, and you want what? You want the Lord judgment right then and there. If you ain't get out of that, the Lord judgment right then and there, the Lord, yeah, I mean, the Lord not with you. Brother, the Lord is long suffering. You understand? Move on. You understand? You go about and do whatever you got to do. Do your work. He's long suffering. You think Bill Cosby, something I was listening to, I think was this same part in here too I was listening to. They said Bill Cosby was the worst of them all in that Playboy Mansion. They said Bill Cosby was what you call it again? They say, I forget what they say he was doing, boy. But they say leave Bill Cosby alone. He is friend with such and such. Which they knew.
Sir.
Come on. Go ahead.
Was he drugging the girls with that Spanish fly?
I think there was either they were saying that or he was dealing with them real rough. He was dealing with them.
He used to drug them girls with that Spanish fly, though. He did comedy shows about that.
Yeah. But they say he was the worst of them all. You understand? His lust was, you know, I mean, when he was young and doing that show was real bad. I might be able to find it now. All right. Well, read on.
Khan. He will.
I think that was. Go ahead.
He will in no wise let thee go.
Yeah, he ain't letting you go. Remember what? Where's judgment? Akim Akwat. Where's judgment?
Salakia, sir, say it again.
Where is judgment?
Under the sun.
Yes. Right here on earth. Oh, damn. You ain't telling me nothing. All I'm seeing is eyes on my eye. It's 9:34. Salakia.
I'll fly when you having fun.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Salakia, sir.
But yeah, but that's it. It's right here on the earth. Ain't none of them gonna get away with the evil they've been doing. You understand? They're not gonna get away with it. They're all gonna have to pay for it because the Lord is long suffering. All right. With that, who are passing the class to?
So, top one, sir.
Top one. And with that, I'm gonna pass the class to priest and officer, tab one.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means 10th in Hebrew, and it's pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like to give. Upcoming holy convocation will be Purim, and that's going to be March 2nd and March 3rd, which is, I believe, a Sunday and a Monday. Is that right, Giannis? Kind of Sunday and Monday, March 2nd and March 3rd is the Feast of Purim. You know what I'm saying? Get with whoever's over the high holy days in your zone. Make sure we got everything prepared for that. Want to remind Akim and Akwati to check on social media. So there's ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he needs to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, men of Israel, Imadium, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Imadium Shabbat, Imadium, Barak.
How about you?
Yeah, how about Shemi Ashai Brakathum?
Yajim Matah, Sar, turn to face the sisters. Sisters, Imadium, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Imadium Shabbat, Imadium, Barak. Yajim Matah, class dismissed.